So today I want to talk about simple living. And a simple life for me is pretty much a life that contains balance, it is meaningful, and it's also slow. So let's talk about each of those aspects. First of all, let's talk about what makes a chaotic life. So I think that a chaotic life is full of just want and need and attachment to materialistic things, and also to not just things but also to just altering your state of mind with drugs and with addictive substances, which I think are drugs pretty much. I'm not sure. So I think that everybody's pretty much living a simple life, and it's like an average life. It's everyday life. It's that life where just we all go to work. Some of us study. Some of us work from home. Some of us do some other profession. We all eat. We all have breaks. We all have some leisure time. All of these things. And that's pretty much simple. Life is meant to be like that. It's simple, but I think that people make it chaotic. A lot of people, the majority. And that is what leads to them having anxiety, stress, and just suffering more than they are supposed to suffer, more than they should. And so attachment pretty much to things is just wanting more and more, wanting more, a better phone, upgrading your phone every year, upgrading your car every couple of years. I don't know, just this constant want of newer and newer things, and thinking that it will make you happy. And the cure to that is minimalism, pretty much. Like a couple of years ago, I became like, this was one of my first self-improvement practices, was to just start minimalism, clean your room, as Jordan Peterson says. And I cleaned my room, I got rid of all of that clutter. And, altering your physical environment to be more orderly is going to get rid of that chaos, and is going to simplify your life. You don't need to just sit in a room with one pillow, no bed, nothing, But you essentially just have things that make a comfortable living, but you don't have too much. Just like I like board games. I play board games solo. I play board games with my friends sometimes, and I have board games. They are not essential to my survival, but they exist, and I like them. I play them. I have fun with them. I have enjoyment out of them long term. So I have them, they're not essential to my survival. So minimalism is just not having too much attachment to things, and then just buying everything, like cluttering your house. I think there's balance, as I said, in those three aspects of a simple life. So another way that people make their lives chaotic is by kind of using those addictive substances, as I said. If you just eat junk food every day, if you are addicted to playing video games, if you're addicted to listening to music, if you're addicted to something that is too much, and it's not things but it's activities or those substances, like going out every weekend, smoking every day, you should quit. I think, in my opinion, you should quit those main drugs, addictive substances, alcohol and smoking. You should quit that if you want a simple and calm life. You're not gonna have a calm life if you're always chasing that need, that kind of addiction, to kind of satisfy it. If you're always wondering, I want to smoke, or you smoke and then you're calm for those 30 minutes, and then you need to smoke again. You're always wanting. You're not naturally just by yourself and being calm. that addictive substance kind of just elevates your, it just ruins your balance. And so yeah, if you want to have a simple life, you should quit those main things. But with other things, let's say video games, I don't know, just procrastinating, watching movies, all of those things, you just need to balance them out. And that is a simple life. So I think these things are how people make their lives chaotic. Now, let's talk about those three aspects. So first of all, let's talk about slowing down. So a simple life, I think, is a slow life. It's a life that you can actually physically slow down. Like, here's a tip on how to make your life simple, like in seconds. You just slow down. Take a deep breath. And then you do something like physically slowing, just walking around. You're not just rushing everywhere, drinking your coffee in one hand, I don't know, answering to emails with another hand, and then watching YouTube at the same time. You're not multitasking. You're focusing on one thing. You're slow. You're just being here in the present, also thinking about the future, but just more being here in the present, just feeling your surroundings. If you're working, focusing on one task, that's the slow down aspect. So the second aspect of a simple life is meaning, because a simple life is not an easy life. It's not just you're sitting with comfort, you're not worrying about everything, you're just in the present and that's it. No, that's not a simple life in my opinion, because life is suffering, life is hard, but you don't need to suffer more than you have to. And kind of this is where there comes meaning. This is how you can actually simplify your life. If you implement a schedule, everyday schedule, I have, when I wake up this time, then I eat breakfast, then I work, then I have a break, then I work, then I go to jiu-jitsu, then I rest, then I go to sleep. This is pretty much like most of my days. And when you have that schedule, you're still having kind of those productive, you have leisure time, you have the time you're working, and when you're working on something productive. You're aiming for that goal, for something great, but you're just kind of simplifying it. You're just taking it one day at a time. You're working on it. You have a goal for the day. You take on that goal. You slowly approach it with focus, and you just do it. You do what's important, and that is simple to understand and hard to do, but it's simple. So, and that provides meaning, because you're not just living that comfortable life, that just sitting and just watching a TV show and thinking, oh, yeah, I don't need to worry about anything, like that's simple. No, that's just a hedonistic lifestyle. But if you implement productive work in it, you can find meaning. So that's the second aspect. Okay, so we talked about those three aspects of a simple life. Slowing down, meaning. And now let's talk about the last thing, which is balance. So, I mentioned that schedule that I create every day. I create it for a week. I have one day, I have 1 hour dedicated in a day on a week where I create all of the week's schedule. And it doesn't need to be like this, this specific time you have to work on this, and then only then you can have a break. You can alter it if you want, but try to be consistent. If you have productive work and you need to do like that thing, let's say like right now, I need to make a YouTube video. If I procrastinate, okay, I can procrastinate it as much as I want, but I need to do it today. I make a deadline. I need to do it today. but I don't need to do it as this specific time if I don't really want to. So, you know, you look at your day. If you can manage it, you can kind of push it forward, and that's kind of flexible. But this balance, you also need to implement your resting periods, your break periods. Like, what I realized about myself is I'm not that kind of person who just can be working 12 hours a day. You know, not many people are like that. They need some leisure time. And I need leisure time. Because if I want to focus on long-term productivity, I need leisure time. I can't be just always working. So that's what I do. You know, I work for 1 hour, I have a break for 1 hour. I work for 2 hours, I have a break for 1 hour. You know, and then after jiu-jitsu, usually in the evening, it's like 8 p.m. When I return home, I have a rest period. I don't do any more work. And that's pretty much it. That's like simple. It's that balance. Another balance could be from the mentioned first aspect of, not first aspect, but the chaotic life, you know. If you, let's say, like junk food. I like junk food. I like to eat it. And many people like to eat it as well. But if you eat it every day, it's not going to be special. You're going to gain weight. You're not going to be healthy. So you need to balance it out. Eat healthily every day, and maybe have 1 day per week. Like what I'm doing now, I want to try it. I have 1 day per week where I can eat junk food. And it's Saturday. I have 1 day that I just rest. I don't work anything. I disconnect from social media. I don't always disconnect, but usually I disconnect from social media, and I just be with myself and have a rest period. And then I can eat that pizza if I want to. But any other day, I try to, you know, eat healthy. So if you want to play video games, you know, you play video games during your breaks, but have those productive work blocks also in there. Like, I would recommend Google Calendar. It's probably the best when it comes to creating a schedule. So that is the balance aspect. And I guess that's like pretty much it about the simple life. Simple life is simple, you know, but it doesn't mean it's easy. It can be hard, and it's gonna be hard. But when it's simple, you don't have that extra baggage of anxiety, and stress. It's simple. You know what you have to do. You take it 1 day at a time, and you overcome those obstacles, those challenges. And that's what makes you a stronger person. So I guess that's the message with this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more weekly self-improvement content. You can always support me on Patreon and PayPal, and all the links along with my social media, which is my Instagram, are going to be in the description down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you again for watching this video, and stay on your journey.